was when I get a lot of people that are interested in the home buying process and they are like, hey, I want to buy my first house. I'm super excited and I want to go shopping for a house. I want to look at 20 houses. And I tell them typically to please go get pre-qualified for a home. And they're like, why? And so can you answer that question for us? Like, why should I get pre-qualified for a home?
Sure. I think the most important reason why a client should get credit approved, is what we call it, is, well, for one thing, you'll always find something that you can't afford that you want. I mean, I would like to have a Porsche, but I drive a Prius. So, that's what I can afford. I can't afford a Porsche.
True. Okay, gotcha.
So at least that way it gives them an idea on how much they can spend. And a lot of times, too, people have a number in mind of what they can spend monthly, but they don't know what that translates into mortgage-wise. So someone might want to not go over $1,000 a month payment, but want a $250,000 house.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
So it's really the educational part that, especially new home buyers, they don't realize until they come in and sit with us and we go through the numbers and show them how everything works. Then they realize that, oh, okay, I can't, if I buy a $250,000 house, I'm not going to have a $1,000 a month mortgage. So that's why it's super important. And then another reason it's important is for, on your side as the realtor, one, you want to know if they can buy, because sometimes they're not always able to buy right now.
Right.
But also, I totally just lost my train of thought with this one. And another big reason is right now that the market is so competitive. If you have multiple offers on a home, anyone that's already credit approved, then the sellers and the seller's agent know that they are a ready, willing, and able buyer. So it gives them an extra advantage over someone who may not be credit approved because they really don't know yet if they could buy.
Okay, that makes sense. And so my other question that I want to ask, and this one's a big one because some people think that if I get pre-qualified for a loan, that obligates me to buy a house. Is that true?
No. If someone is credit approved, they don't have to buy a house.
Right.
It just lets them know that they're able to.
Great.
And they may not be ready right now. It's really important to even, like if someone's in a lease, and say their lease isn't up until June, it's okay for them to go ahead and look now to see if they could be credit approved, because if they wait too long and say they do it in May and there's some things on their credit and we need to kind of get their score up a little bit, then what they run into is coming up on that decision of whether they're going to re-sign their lease or not, because they need like an extra month to 3 months to 6 months. I mean, we work with all kinds of people that, need a little work on their credit.
And so here is another big question I got for you, because I get this and people ask me these questions and I automatically defer them to my lender partners like you because I'm not the finance guy, right? And so what they ask me is they're like, if I am pre-qualified for $150,000, do I have to buy a $150,000 house?
No, absolutely not. I've had people come in and get credit approved for $150 and find a house that they like for $120 or $105. They don't have to spend as much as they're pre-qualified for. Sometimes they have a really good job, they made great money, and they could go into a higher price range. But if they're conservative and they're, penny pinchers like my husband, they want to go with a more conservative mortgage payment than being house poor. Or not necessarily even house poor, but just being, they want more money to put in the bank than paying it into a house.
And so you are able to find someone who was qualified for whatever amount, but you're looking more so for what payment amount and monthly payment they're more comfortable with.
Yes.
So that they can live in their house in peace and not have to worry about, spending all their money on their home.
Right, exactly. Okay. Yeah, that's actually one of the first questions that I ask when buyers come to me to get a credit approval is I want to know how much they want to spend monthly.
Okay, great. And so my last and final question is, where can I find you on social media? How can I contact you? So if I want to let's say I want to put an online application in, How do I do that?
Okay, so you go to mylendingrate.com.
Okay.
And there's a drop-down list of loan officers, and I'm Kristen Johnson.
Great.
And then I also have a Facebook page, and it is under Kristen Johnson, and my NMLS number. And I don't know what there's an @ thing, but I don't even know what it is.
Okay.
So.
And so I can go to Facebook. You're on Facebook. Are you on Instagram?
I am not on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm not very.
We're gonna have to get you on Instagram.
Someone's gonna have to teach me. Because,
Yes, I'm gonna help you with the gram.
I'm a little bit older than these other whippersnappers.
See, you don't even look as young. You don't look as old. See, there you go. And so, thank you so much. This is, you know what this is. This is me on YouTube. I do videos often. Hit me up in the comments if you got any questions, and I can connect you directly with someone like Kristen. We'll talk soon. Bye now.